Hello everyone, this is Vicki Verley. Thank you so much for joining me for your monthly tarot scopes. These monthly mini readings offer a glimpse into what it's really like to have a personal consultation with me. A private reading is much more personal and in-depth. I psychically tune into your energy and get visions and impressions that are specific only to you. If you would like to order a personal reading from me, or check out some of the other products and services that I offer, you can do so by checking out the link below. And now, without further ado, on to the reading. Sagittarius. Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your April 2015 Tarot Scope and Animal Totem card. Well, let me start shuffling up for Sagittarius. Okay. See what's in store for the month of April 2015. I'm going to put those last three out. Okay, let's get these set up here and we'll take a look. Got air people. We got air showing up. Now let's see, in April we're not going to be in any air signs. Oh, but you know what is happening in April? The eclipse. The second eclipse, the full moon eclipse, is happening at that time in the air sign of Libra. And that is going to be on April 4th, I think. Let me see here. Move some stuff around my book over here. Yeah, April 4th, 2015. Okay. So yeah, I think that could be a key date for you because I've got this air showing up here, and that just pulls me in. Also, it could have to do with some air sign people in your life, and of course the air signs are Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. You know, it's funny because one turns this way and one turns the other way. They're looking in separate directions. One's looking over here, one's looking over here. And it is a man and a woman, and that could hold true, man and woman, but I feel like in these big general readings that we really can't pin it down like that because there's too many people out there that are looking at this. Well, let's start with him. Let's start with the top row. What is he turning away from? What I want to just blurt right out is corporate America. That he's turning away from corporate America. He's turning away from the Hierophant, which could be a lot of things, which is the corporate America. Sometimes it's religion. It could be some people, you know, changing your thoughts of religion. It's always a big group that we all belong to in an old-time traditional way. So it's old companies that have been around forever. It's old institutions. It's higher learning sometimes that have been around forever. It's in the upright position, so I don't necessarily feel like it's a bad thing, although the things that are next to it are not great, you know. This looks like some, you know, Empress in reverse and Ten of Swords in reverse. Somebody, some of you may have had, might have had like a surgery or something like this, and it might have been a woman, or it might have to do with reproductive organs, you know, or, you know, somebody, this is, because sometimes when the Empress is a big health card, especially when it shows up next to Hierophant, as it is in the spread. And the Ten of Swords up this way is very devastating. In reverse is not always devastating, but it can be painful. But sometimes with these two together, the swords are a surgery. Somebody was cut into or had a surgery or something, or has to have a surgery because of, you know, maybe some kind of illness. Whatever there is, Empress, besides meaning health, is also abundance. So it does feel like there's some trepidation, worry, possibly, if it is financial, this would be a financial loss. That was cutting you, that put a cut in you, you know, it could be an emotional cut. So this is what this guy is turning away from, and he's looking in a different direction from that. So, I mean, it could be alternative health things for some of you. It could be, you know, a different kind of work for a lot of you, or a different kind of, because this feels, with the lining up with the Pentacles too, it feels like banking too, and those pillars standing out to me. I always think of banks banks and libraries also, which Hierophant also rules over, as having those big pillars, you know, in their, or government, which also Hierophant rules over too. So, you know, Washington D.C., there's a lot of places that have those big pillars, you know, outside, or the pillars of society sometimes I'll say, if that stands out to me. But I'm feeling like the actual building is representative of that for some reason. So he's turning and walking away from that. Is it you? It's not your sign. No. I mean, but it could still be you. Or it could be these are two different people that are going to come, things that will come about in that eclipse time, and two different directions you could take. Like you could take the direction, go along with him or her. You know, getting away from conventional things, leaving behind some conventional things and looking off in a new direction. Or let's look at this next one. The Queen of Swords looks over here. Now what's she looking at? Well, honestly, what she's looking at isn't the best lineup either, or much better. Seven of Pentacles, I use that more for a worry card. I know a lot of people use it as an abundance card, but I use that more for a worry because he's so looking at it. Sometimes actually it seems like his face. Take a look at this card yourselves. Does his face look worried? Or does he just look like tired after he's saved up a bunch of money? Or, you know, and he's like, well, what am I going to do now? To me, he always looks worried. He always looks like he's ready to cry, or he's destitute. Like, I've done all this work and I still don't have enough. Like, where am I? I got to scrounge it, and I have bills hanging over my head because it hangs over his head. But, you know, it's always open. It feels like whatever this is a situation of struggle. I feel like I'm worrying about money. This is all, you know, a card about worrying, plain and simple. This is a card about feeling like I'm so worried I can't go up, being in my head. Excuse me, I had to get a little drink of water. Being in my head, being blinded to my own thought. My own thoughts are blinding me from the reality that's around me. And air signs are very mentally oriented. They can be in their head. Three of Rods in reverse. The ship is not coming in. So it's almost like, you know, you could go in this direction, and this direction comes with worrying and stressing and lack and not having enough. And this direction comes with leaving something behind, leaving the old ways behind, and being more, this feels very much, as speaking of air signs, of like Aquarius. You know, just being off on your own, doing things your own way, marching to the beat of your own drummer, which is you know, a part of Aquarius nature, which is an air sign, Uranus. Breaking free, Uranus. And we still are in the clutches of this Uranus-Pluto square for all you guys. And you know, Saturn's moving into your, getting on the astrology just for a second here. Saturn is moving into your first house or hitting your sun if you're Sag or Sag rising. And I don't know if you've all seen, but before, it really, I just went through it because I have Scorpio rising, and it really does cause you to fess up. Get real about what you're going to do in life. These Saturn transits, you know, these old ways aren't going to work anymore. There does have to be a new way of doing things. For a lot of you, though, if the old way is working, you'll get an opportunity to cement something in place. Realize that the choices that you're making over the next couple of years, while Saturn is in your sign or in your first house for your rising sign, these are things that are going to be put into place for the next 28 to 30 years. So think wisely, think carefully, act wisely on this. Don't let worry and stress rule you. You know, think of, or fear holds you back. That's another thing. See, this is, I'm going to continue on, get off the astrology and continue on with this bottom roll, because there's still a lot about resisting change here. A lot of this reading here is about resisting change. Eight of Cups in reverse is also about like kind of beating a dead horse. Eight of Cups upright is about being really brave, and even though you've put a lot of time and effort into this established thing that you've been in, that you're just going to go off anyway. You know, off, I don't know, into the unknown. You don't know where that road's going to lead you, but you're just going to do it. Even though you just have to release this and let it go. And a lot of times it is 7-8 years. Besides the time frame that I mentioned with Saturn being the 28 year, it also, the quarter turns of Saturn, these are 7-8 year cycles. So things, I've mentioned this before, but I'll say it again. You know, if you're in a relationship 7-8 years, it's a Saturn cycle. It's karmic. If you're at a job 7-8 years, it's, you know, karmic. At a house 7-8 years, maybe it's time to move. Four of Rods is a card of changing your home environment. Normally, almost always, it talks about a move, but it can talk about it's a change in your daily environment. I mentioned this in one of the other spreads. So sometimes it's a change of your job, because that's, you know, that's your home away from home, where you spend a lot of home time, and but you're there nearly every day. It's your everyday environment. And the other part of that is, some of you could be working from home. That could be the big, bold move that you're going to make now. You're going to walk away from corporate America here and work from home. That could be a thing, too. It's time to stop struggling, though. This is struggle, this is struggle, this is lost in remorse and regret. You know, it's time to change the things around. Change your outlook. I think it's no accident that these first couple cards, one's going this way, one's going that way. Like it's 180s, doing 180s here, you know, which is what they're doing here, like going in the complete opposite direction. It just came to mind the old Seinfeld episode where George does completely the opposite or something like that, and all these good things started happening to him. I almost want to say, like, you know, do the exact opposite, or I can't remember, the complete opposite or the exact opposite. But in a lot of cases that may be, well, you know, where's that getting you? The path that you've been on, the things that you've been doing, where is that getting you? If it's not bringing you the happiness that you want, then it obviously is time to make a change. That eclipse is a time of releasing for everybody. So, and that's that fourth, that I feel like that's key to what we're talking about, the date of the April 4. That's also 4/4. You know, that's April 4th. So I don't know, I just wanted to say there's something magical about that. And that 4, maybe I had to say that for somebody, 4/4. Okay? All right, so you have your choice. You have a choice of which way to go. I think the change is the best. Some of you maybe are just going to move. Maybe this is all voluntary. You know, because Saturn doesn't have to be like that. Sometimes it can just be, if you do it on your own, it lessens the trauma and drama you have to go to. Maybe some of you are just considering, yeah, I'm thinking about moving. Well, it looks like it'd be a good time to do it. Saturn is karma or dharma, you know, good for good or ill. You can get karmic rewards with a Saturn transit as well. If you've done the work leading up to it, you know, really good things could start popping for you, and really long-term results. You know, that 27, 28 years, or at least a 7-8 year thing. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get your animal totem. I do have the cards completed, and I was hoping to use them and unveil them on this eclipse, the first eclipse in March here. I got it. But it takes 2 weeks for the test printing. So we're going to do this one more time. Snail. Okay, Sag, your animal totem for the month of April is snail. And so stay tuned. I'll be right back with the card and tell you all about it. Don't go away. Okay, Sag, so your animal totem for the month is snail. And here's the card. The actual card will be trimmed up a little more. It won't have so much of a border on it. But I'm going to just read what's on the card. It says, beneath the stony hull lies a soft and dewy side. Healing of deep wounds, rejuvenation, re-emerging after a period of rain. Slow down and appreciate the little things in life. You know, and right away, what I want to say about appreciating the little things in life, like that snail, you might not even see one. It might go unnoticed. You know, if you were out in nature and happened upon one, you might not even notice it. And I really love to hear about if you guys do get outside confirmation from, I love hearing that when you put it in the comments. And it doesn't have to be that you'd see it outside. It could be that you would see it, you know, here, you know, in a graphic somewhere, or a stuffed animal. It just could be anywhere. I'm premiering these cards to you, or previewing these cards, I should say. I want to tell you a little about it. You know, as I was creating these, I asked that my intention was that it would speak to your subconscious mind. So these cards are going to be more like, oh, we just look at the picture of the snail, read the thing, and that's the end of it. No, I want you to look at these. I want you to look in the background, look at these swirly things, look at these shapes. What does it remind you of? It's meant to trigger things in your subconscious, and I feel like it could look, you know, you're going to start seeing things. So that's my intention, and I feel like that's what's going to happen with them. I also wanted to show you real quick here. This is the back of it to our left, and that's what the back of the card is going to look like. And to the right we have the title page, the title card. If there's going to be a card in the deck that is like this, because I was going to have this be the box design, but the boxes are made to accommodate like much larger quantities of cards, so I decided not to do a box at this time. Maybe when I add the volume 2 and possibly volume 3 I may. But it's called the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards. And I called it the Beast Mistress because back in the day, running my parents' bar, They used to tease me and call me the Beast Mistress there for a while. That was like my little nickname. And so, because I was trying to tell them about animal totems, so Beast Mistress it is, because I am the Beast Mistress. I will own that. I have a real funny video I did. It might have been like, it's older than it was posted maybe in 2010, but it's older than that. I just didn't post it right away. It's from maybe 2006 or so, I want to say. It's a couple of the jam band guys, and they're doing their little Beast Mistress song and dance or whatever. And it's kind of funny. If you want to have a minute, you want to take a look at it, I'll put a link to that. But anyways, here it is for you guys. Snail. For the month of, and also it's slow, you know, obviously, I would say take it slow is one of the big things of snail. Slow down and enjoy the scenery and be on the lookout for confirmation of snail animal totem. Okay, till next time. Okay, everyone, before we go, be sure to check out my book, Tarot in the Modern World. If you're watching this video to learn how to read tarot, well, this Tarot in the Modern World would probably be, you know, the companion guide. It's very reasonably priced and very easy to understand. It's available on Amazon. If you go to my main page over here, my main channel, and you go under the About section, well, this is my main channel. Go back to Home. You can see I have other channels there, but also if you go into the About section, you can find everything. You can find out how to order a reading. It's the second thing down, the prints, all the stuff, how to make a donation. And if you enjoy these free readings, you know, please don't hesitate to make a donation. I want to thank everybody who has been donating, because it really is awesome and it really makes it worthwhile to do these free readings. But you can also see some of my other channels, which is the VV Creative Shorts, which is all my keyboard stuff and music stuff and some arts and crafts. But I've been a keyboard player for many, many years, hence the rock and roll part of the Rock and Roll Prophetess. And I also have my Learning Songs for Kids. It's just Vicky Verley. It's my original YouTube channel. It has a ton of kids stuff, so if you or anybody you know has small children in your life, you might want to check that out. On the Tapestry of Life Mandalas page, if you go, that's where all the ordering is. But there's also these mandalas, you know, and it's based on your chart. I know a lot of people really like these mandalas, but they're kind of expensive. And they're expensive because, you know, they take many, many hours to make. They're made from your chart. So for a long time, I've been trying to think of how I could offer it in a less expensive way. I thought I might run charts for like the Dalai Lama or spiritual masters and offer those as prints for everybody. But what I finally decided to do, I've joined Fine Art America, and you can find a link to that on my main thing. And I've been starting to create these mandalas. They're going to be a series, which I believe will be a deck. These are the universal mandalas, and they're meant to tap into your collective unconscious. This one is the first in the series, and it's called The Forgotten Knowledge. I'm so stoked to get working on these. This is what I really, really want to do, because I'm just so drawn to it. I had to finish up that animal totem deck first, though, and now that that's finished, I'm going to be moving on to this. So if you like this, you can order a print for as low as $22. Fine Art America is a very reputable print on demand, and they do a high quality, really nice job on everything. So if you like it, you know, you can check that out too. Again, it's all available on my main YouTube channel under the About section. You can find everything. I want to thank you all for donating and commenting and liking and sharing my videos and Google Plusing and all the things that you guys have been doing. I really, really appreciate all your support. Any donation is highly appreciated. Be sure to check out my books and my art and my other stuff, even if you can't make a donation. Maybe you would like to purchase some of my work, and of course order a reading. You know, that's another option. I am going to be coming up with another kind of video reading. I'll be announcing it soon. I wasn't able to get it together in time for this, but I am going to be coming up with a little private video reading thing, more dealing with past lives. I'll be announcing it soon. And be on the lookout for the animal totem cards. I will be announcing it in a little video as soon as I have the deck in my hand and they're available for sale. As I said, I really put a lot of work into these, and I made the animal totem deck with the intention of it speaking to your subconscious mind. So it's more than just merely a deck that you look up the definition and that's the end of it. You look at these cards, you're going to get stuff, and it did work, because I'm already seeing things in these cards. So, and that was my intention. I wanted it to be like that, to kind of get your psychic juices going, you know, and kickstart your intuition, if you will. Okay, so remember that you are love and beauty incarnate, and I'll talk to you soon.